All right, people, day 3. This is Thursday. This is Apex morning for us. So we're going to go run through Apex quickly, speedily, and we're hopefully going to find some cool stuff. And we want to do the basement first. Sure. Let's do that first, and then we'll go upstairs and roll. So this is at a different convention center, the Venetian Expo, or I think it used to be called the Sands Expo. Sands Hotel's right next door, but this is the more industry-specific show where we're going to find lots of lubricants and alternators and OE parts. But I'm telling you, this is where I found tool grid, Jenny compressors, Cox hose reels. Yeah, so we've found lots and lots of stuff over the years here. All right, we walk in, Cox booth. I don't think there's really anything we need to see here. We know this line extremely well now.
Do they do easy coil in that? Check this out.
No easy coil in the dual reel.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why I've never done that.
Because we always pair them together, and so.
Yeah. I mean, this has always existed, but they don't do easy coil, and then they don't do like a stainless swivel and all that kind of stuff.
I wonder if we could have them do it.
So one of the things that I always get accused of by some of the dorks in the cheapo groups. Yeah. Is that, you're selling Cox hose reels for a lot more. Couple of things in industry like this, there's a lot of heavy discounters, and they lose money, which is stupid. These are really expensive to ship. Plus, we have our own reels. We have our own finishes. We have our own fittings. So the spring is different. So we have to pay for all that stuff, and so our reels are more expensive because of that. And so if you just go... Because you try to go like for like and buy it on Amazon, they just sell the base reel, and the base reel isn't sprung correctly for what we're doing. Doesn't have the right hose, doesn't have the right swivel. It's just completely different. It's almost completely different. Even the 100 series reel, we put a different swivel on it, which stainless. We have our own sort of custom finishes and stuff because we've learned. I mean, I'm on my 4th year of selling Cox reels now, so. I'm telling you, buy it from OG. I know it costs you a little bit more, but we've worked with them to get the right version. So this gives you a flavor of what they're really industry specific. There's lower control arms and automatic transmission filters and just everything you could possibly imagine in a sort of OE fashion, mainly knockoff stuff. But who knows? Let's roll through it. You may find something. Unlikely, but we're looking for diamonds in rough here because it's a lot different than in the beginning when I started doing this. We don't have as many gaps to fill. But to me, there's nothing better than this. We're like archaeologists hunting an Egyptian tomb. That's what we're looking for. Knocked out the gym this morning again, so I'm 3 days consecutive. I'll go tomorrow again. Now I'm staying on East Coast time, so I don't feel like I don't get as beat up. So even though I'm going at 6 in the morning to the gym, it doesn't feel super early. I'm waking up naturally at 5 o'clock, ready to go. So that way when I go home, it won't be as bad of an adjustment. All right, so we finished the industry specific downstairs, like all the OE parts and stuff. Now we come up here, and this is where we search. So I usually start on the right. Let's start on the left. And we're going to run these aisles and get back to SEMA. But who knows? We could find the next $1 million product here. So these are really interesting gloves from Tiger Grip. And I really like this, what they call grease bully version, which has this really interesting texture, snakeskin-like texture. It's pretty sweet. So, not a single product at Apex, not one freaking thing. Saw those gloves, maybe, but man, that was a 4 mile. But that's what you gotta do. For the love, you gotta do the work. Sometimes you do the work and you don't get any results. Back to SEMA. But we gotta freaking walk there because there's no cabs. Alright, we put in an extra mile or so, a couple mile and a quarter. After Apex walking back. We made it back. That wasn't too bad. So we're actually back in South since we came in over here. Sorry guys, Harbor Freight's not for me. So I know many of you wanted me to go in there, but not for me. What is for me? Rousseau's for me. So good. All right, we went, chatted with some people. I met Kayla Rundle for the first time. I think she's really cool. I think she's going to be really, really big on YouTube. We went to Merca, just said goodbye to those guys for a week. We have a meeting scheduled for next week to talk about trigger lock, 1-inch, 5-inch tools, how we can get involved with that. And right now we're going to go over to Central, and I wanted to see Freddy's car and just kind of cruise through Central. I want to go see Sean at PSI. I want to see his E91 Fire Orange M3 that he built. I'd like to see that. And we'll see what else we get into. I'm part of the press. I'm allowed in here.
Yeah, part of the press.
Yeah, is Sean around? Where is he?
He's
walking around?
Yeah, somewhere around here.
Yeah, so Sean finished this up for the show. And, oh, hey, that's my front lip. That's the Alpha N. Venturi setup. And then he got the seats. So we got the M Performance seats in it. Authentic ones. Is it DCT? Yeah. And then they did the back, so I think I don't know if did he have E3 do it? They got the back car done. Yeah, so this was a 328 that they converted, fully converted to M3.
So we inserted some stuff, added like some
So cool.
lights here, the things that up the presence of it.
So this was a 328?
328 XI.
Yeah. And you just did full conversion.
It was like 64,000 mile car. It was actually pretty clean.
Yeah.
But it's what we had to have to start
Yeah.
create this. Can't have a crash car, can't have a car with codes. We
Yeah.
wanted to make sure everything worked so we could just carry everything over into this car.
Yeah.
Eric's in town. I just got him a room next to us.
Really?
Yeah, he just pulled in.
I found a straggler here.
Oh yeah.
He's showing me the ropes.
Valvoline.
Teaching me about Evo stuff. And so then we got Freddy's car, which I haven't seen yet in person. So let's get a little footage. Are we not allowed to walk over here, or why is everybody so far away? So Freddy's P1, which we don't believe he's ever gonna get back together, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's Freddy right there. Is this ever gonna go back together? Are you confident? What's your confidence level?
You starting it off like that, makes me not think that it's going to go back together. But I think it is. I think it is.
What's your confidence level? 80%?
1,000%.
Oh, geez,
1,000%.
he's 100. You're not going to quit.
No.
No,
I think by the springtime we'll have this running and driving.
Okay.
And with all the body work done, so
Yeah.
it's.
I don't understand the video. Why that engine's just for the show?
No. So
Okay.
that engine is built.
Okay.
So we did rods, pistons. It's a 720 engine with
Yeah.
4 liters. The only thing that's for the show is the turbos. We
Gotcha,
just put on stock
okay.
turbos for it because
Okay.
we're building new turbos in the Netherlands.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So
Interior, those seats are fan-frickin-tastic.
yeah. I mean, Matt
Our
from
guys at
E3,
E3, yep.
yeah.
So remember, you guys
know stuff.
E3 did my my
The M3?
my E36 is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Better than stock. And I hate to say it, I really like Jack's interior.
I knew you would say that. I knew it.
I
was
really
like, Matt
like
Mormon's
it.
going to see that interior. He's like, oh, that's good. That's really nice.
You know what did it for me? The top of the door cards.
Yes.
Because mine are all squishy junk plastic. Yeah,
if
dude.
you put those with leather and you put some foam.
But
it's
my
like,
car has 1,800 miles
Exactly.
on it. I don't know if I
So
can
it's
do that.
New now.
you
I
gotta
was
do
telling
it.
him I'm in love.
I told you, didn't I?
I'm
I
in
told
love
you.
with
Like,
the
Matt Mormon's
interior.
gonna get jealous.
It's gorgeous.
It's the top of the door card with the blue stitching, and it's leather and like got a little pad. Oh my
It's just
God.
like a GT3, man. It's awesome.
I know.
My dream. 100%.
But
Why don't you
I
buy
think.
another interior, like buy one from like a crappy car.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then just recover everything. And you can
Because I shouldn't do that to mine, right?
You should 100%.
But I mean, my car has.
Who cares?
Did you see
It's
the
a Japanese
bottom of
car.
my
That's true.
Did
Yeah.
you see what the bottom of my car looks like?
Yeah.
I went overboard.
Yeah. Well, we did, Scott. We painted my fender wells and stuff too.
Yeah.
It
So
looks good.
when we stripped it, he painted the fender wells for me, and cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Looks way better. You know, because it looks janky without that blue black tar stuff looked great until you touched it, and it got all over my forehead and all over everything. Yeah, it's just total junk. So confidence level is high. Dude, that might make me get an M2.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yo, that is sick, dude. That's a good catch.
They look so good too.
So that's a version of the E36. What are those? The
DS2s.
DS2s.
The DS1s were the stamped ones with like not the curve.
Oh, this is an I&D car.
I don't know.
It's got an I&D sticker.
Yeah.
So I think these have potential as time goes on. You know, it's bulky and bulbous. Crazy fast. Yeah.
$5,000. You're like
700.
low 10-second. 800.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's pretty sick, dude.
That's where actually like 90%.
I don't know. This gives it some potential. If they get me back on the road, maybe I'll get me a darn M2, or maybe we'll do a giveaway, build an M2 or something. Could be kind of sick. But those wheels, man, that makes me want it. All the matte carbon cherry. KW 3-ways. The front lip is pretty sick. Yeah, I kind of figured that they would get this car sorted at some point.
This is probably my favorite new.
All right, you guys have seen. So we found Chris.
How you doing, guys?
He's been my Evo consultant. We're talking about FP Green and getting my wideband, whatever nonsense I need to get. I'm learning how to play this turbo game. And then once I get it all done, you know what's going to happen. See you later on to the next thing. So I was just looking at that M2 back there. The thing looks pretty sick. So we're headed over to Meguiar's, and I wanted to talk to Marcus Kleiss about the professional line and what the plan is with that in the future, because I'm hoping they hired him back in order to get that moving again, because they ditched a lot of their best stuff, and that's frustrating because they have such really good stuff in the professional line. I want to see. The surprise that Meguiar's let TJ put his car in here, so he must have gotten a legit paint job done. Yeah, he definitely did. Because otherwise they wouldn't have let him put it in here. Yeah, so I think he had a really legit painter do it. Got it all done.
This is pretty cool.
Has logos, icons that tell you what tools to use it with, dilution ratios. It's more like retail friendly, more prosumer like.
Okay.
But, same stuff will still work for pros.
So Marcus is back at Meguiar's, and we're going to get our professional line back to the glory days, right?
Oh yeah, and then some.
I'm ready for the glory days again.
And these are brand new. M200 to pair with the M100 that's been out there, right?
Yep. Okay.
That's basically if you were to take M205 and bring it into modern technology.
Yeah.
Any issues you might have on softer paints, it's going to be more friendly for that and a longer work time.
Okay.
But just like dummy proof. It'd be perfect for you. You don't need any training, right? So.
Yeah. He's underestimating my abilities, Nick. Do you guys remember Nick?
I mean, you're
Nick and Marcus. Remember we did training back in the day. Many of you guys have been around a long time. These guys invited me to Meguiar's. I was so excited, and then we sat in a room and geeked out for 2 straight days. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Because there's no solvent, like the film that is in there.
Oh, I like that applicator. Hold up.
Oh.
Wait, can I just have this?
Yeah, if you buy the coating.
No, I want to buy just these and the coating.
I need to add that, honestly. That's already on my radar.
Why the multiple layers? What's going on here? What do you use this side for?
So originally it was designed with these two, and it had to do with you need a little bit of pressure when you're applying this coating. Like I said, it's like thicker.
Yeah.
And you get an extremely even application because you have the density of the foam. Right. We added the yellow, so when you're done using this and it hardens up, if you wanted, you could use this to polish something. So it's not a total throwaway. But it gives you something nice and big to hold. But there's a reason we have all this. It also won't absorb through. The way this is. It's just the way that this is backed.
Dude, I want that. Just that.
This is a great applicator.
Yeah, I've been
you could-
searching. That's exactly what I've been
That's
searching
the first
for.
time I've ever seen Mac be intrigued by an
I bought
applicator.
every applicator
Yeah.
that exists, and I hated all of them.
Yeah.
And that's why I use a darn suede towel that I drop on the ground.
of different
This,
versions.
this is awesome. Yeah.
It's probably a lot of money, but I don't.
Yeah.
I like things that are
So
lots
it's
of money.
like solid in the middle.
Right. So that gives
really
it the
dense.
rigidity,
Yeah.
but you also don't get like, you know, if you're pushing through like a thin towel or
Now I'm gonna
something.
have, now you
get
decide
the
gonna
high
get me to
spots.
try it, Nick.
You know, this makes it even.
This is the best thing I've seen this year
So
at
that's
SEMA.
the problem. So like, I've got Bradley's coating on my car, Armor Detail Supply. It's great, it's fantastic, but it's kind of like that, high solids, kind of thicker, difficult.
Right.
See how they're doing the bypass there? It's a three-way valve on top.
Yeah.
Kind of smart.
We got some DI solutions, on-wall pressure washer, the hose. But it's, you know, it's just really well packaged Chinese stuff, you know. It's the same kind of pump as the Sunjos and all that stuff. But they're, you know, they're trying.
That one looks a little more than the second OVB. That's what that actually looks a little more.
I don't know.
This one's
I don't know. We'd have to. But, you know, does this remind you of anything?
Yes, it doesn't remind. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Jeremy and Chris at Orlando's always put together the nicest booth, and they always have it right here in the middle, between North and Central, where the booth is always at. I don't see them here. They got people working the booth now, but back in the day, it was just Chris and Jeremy sitting here by themselves. So that's where I met them, and I was able to go out and build a pressure washer and hang out at Leno's Garage several times. It's been cool. All right, it's about 2:30. We finished up the little areas in Central that we were missing. Went to Big Boy, went to a Meguiar's, talked to Marcus and Nick. So now we're just gonna go chill. Go find a spot and park at the Rag Company booth again. Maybe G-Technic a little bit. That's the plan.
He wants to get a steak and fall asleep like a boring old man. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't like to have fun. Hey, see ya, dude. Yeah, no. Matt is the opposite of fun in these weeks. He wants to eat steak. He wants to sleep. And
I'm trying to get.
He was at a party. You were at a party last night.
See, I was hanging with these guys. Where were you? You were already
Not
gone,
an exciting
off to
party.
sleep.
He was in
I
the
didn't
line.
say it was exciting.
He was at the party.
didn't
He
say it
just
was-
left with these guys.
I
We
know,
were
yeah.
there longer.
Than
You
him,
were there
yeah.
longer than me.
Yeah.
I was there longer than Anthony.
You were.
Ditched out. Just
No, because I went to go have
We
more
went to
fun.
a fancy
I
party.
went to go have it was a button-up
All right,
party.
you guys go have fun for me. How's that sound?
We can do
I'll
that.
be editing this video and killing the
And we'll-
world.
and so when we see you tomorrow,
Dominating
we'll
the
tell
world.
we'll tell you about
If
all
you guys
the
want to come,
FOMO
you're
that you
more than
missed out
welcome
on.
to join us. I have plenty of tickets apparently.
Yeah.
Where is this party? Said party.
Downtown at the Commonwealth,
what time?
7 p.m.
Be there, be square. I better see footage in this video of you at that party just having the time of your life.
There will be none of
It's going to
that.
be in the Kyle vlog.
Okay, the Kyle's-
So if you're
Kyle's
one of
version?
the 1,000 people that watch it, then
Yeah.
Okay,
you'll see it.
perfect. True behind the scenes.
All right, I'm going to get a steak. Let's get out of here. That's the wrap for today. Something just happened as I'm walking by. You know what that means, right?
Yeah. I've always liked those cars.
That looks really good.
They're
That's
not pretty, but they're
that is the
striking.
first one I've ever seen where I think that was like 180 though.
Is that the Nismo? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that is the first one I've ever seen that like I could rock that, dude.